Welcome back. Mark is still moments away from rejoining us, I believe. So rather than just leaving you hanging, I figured I'd treat you to our lovely faces.
Moved out of your channel.
Yeah, I moved them out.
Oh, okay.
So we won't hear his bubbling.
Yeah,
We can see when he comes back on the webcam anyway.
Yeah, that's a weird sound, though. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of thematically appropriate because it did seem a little bit nautical.
It did.
Yeah.
By the way, if you ever get the chance, you should visit Bulgaria. They have amazing food.
Not bananas though. We buy those from somewhere.
And they make amazing food.
I would love to do that sometime. The last time I was out of the country was, I guess close to 11 years ago now.
Well, you're welcome to visit.
Cool.
There you go. You even have an invitation.
User was moved to your channel.
Welcome back. I just kicked you out of the channel for a moment because you were bubbling.
Oh, she wanted to use her power.
Well, I'm abusing your power because it's yours.
She wanted to abuse my power.
But
Well, as long as there's abuse going on.
in the Netherlands, when I don't know how it is in the States, of course, but like in the Netherlands, when you make food, like you make one kind of dish, usually like something with potatoes, a kind of vegetable, and meat, and that is your food for the evening. But then Bulgarians make like 5 dishes, and they're all like amazing, and like half of them are like super sophisticated. And then they sit like at the table for like the whole evening, like eating all the food, and like yeah, it's amazing.
And then some guest arrives and brings more food and more alcohol, obviously.
I have to go there as well at some time. That sounds good.
It is amazing. And the country is very beautiful.
Sounds delightful, but bad for my waistline. Oh well.
Probably. Although we've been skiing and climbing in caves and things like that, so I'm sure we got rid of the waistline.
You compensate.
Good deal. Oh, so we were we still interrogating our crew, or did we finish with that?
We're encouraging them to not be caught again.
Okay.
Yeah. How exactly are you encouraging them?
Well, yeah. There's the old adage: the flogging will continue until morale improves.
Well, let's say that we'll get them to the ship. Me and Squidman will get them to the ship, but we'll do it as we drag them through the water while they're still in the ropes. What do you say to that?
Sure. A good keel hauling is always a useful reminder of the importance of discipline.
I would say, beginning from now on, everybody who has been caught and freed again has to pay the next round of beers and everything.
So do you drag them through the water?
Well, that certainly poses a risk to their well-being. But I mean, I think we'll make sure that they don't drown.
Yeah, totally.
Get the message. Oh my god, that's one.
So let's see.
Someone died. Someone died.
Number 1 is the carpenter. Number 2, which guys did you get?
A cook and a surgeon, I think.
Oh no, a cook and
I think I wrote that somewhere. I guess I didn't.
I
Yeah,
guess you didn't.
I know I didn't write it down.
I can look it up if you give me a minute. I think you got a navigator, right?
Oh yes, that sounds right.
Okay, so carpenter, navigator, and cook. So you try your best not to kill anybody too hard.
Just a little bit. Kill them slightly.
But it turns out that you guys are not as subtle as you thought, and when you pull them aboard, Thorup's body is unusually limp.
Well,
Oh no, that
What?
minion died. Can we fix that?
Yeah, we'll try it. We'll try and revive him. You know, like.
CPR. Do you know CPR?
No, but we'll try and hang you upside down and get the water out, and then I don't know. And
Try your lore to see if you know what to do with CPR and reviving people.
okay.
Now, if he dies from that,
I think you need to be pretty great at it because
Well, M is there to help, of course.
That is there to screw things up really badly.
Just sit on his chest. It'll be for the best. Anyway. Okay.
You're really good advice. She says that if you throw him in the water, then the shock might wake him up.
No, the water from his lungs will just enter the ocean, because that's where water lives.
Well, I think since I'm blessed by the sea, I have a particular affinity for rousing the drowned.
I think he's got a point.
Yeah. Oh.
I guess. So you try CPR, and then you notice that with your big claws that doesn't really work very well. So you just kick the guy a few times. He coughs out his water, and he's not very well, but he's not dead.
No dying on our watch.
I guess so. I just removed him from the dead list.
They have some sort of a consequence.
Probably.
That would be cool.
Probably a lot of them.
Seeing the other side.
Oh, I know. I already have ideas. So, now that you've, severely scared the crap out of your crew members, what do you do?
Back to work.
So this map of yours is points to the treasure being in the sort of in the middle of the sea.
Yeah, in the Sea of Serpents.
Okay. Well, I guess the next thing is to sail south and try and get by Mossvale, or we could stop there and see if we can find out more. But
Well,
seems like there'll be more trouble there than information.
Well, that seems to be that usually is the case.
As you're sailing towards Moscow, the weather changes. Would one of you give me a roll on weather change?
My turn.
Okay, you do it. You do it. It's rifts. Ooh.
Oh my.
The swarm of lights on the wind disappears, and in the skies you see red and black clash with golden and silver colors, and you hear like thunder sounds and crackling, and the whole sky lights up with flashes of magic.
I get sentimental. But I have to hide, actually. There are maybe some persons that I don't want me to see. So I'm going into the ship where nobody can see me.
Cypher, you notice you feel the closeness of a familiar soul.
Okay. And I have to hide even better.
I take it it's overcast with a high chance of the first war.
Well, you know. As you guys are standing around on your ship or doing your thing, scaring your crew members, hiding in deck, you see a light descend from the skies towards your ship.
What kind of light? I'm guessing it's not sunlight.
It's a angelic creature.
That can't be good.
Uh-huh.
Well, when it comes closer, it looks surprisingly like Cypher. Not entirely, but very close.
I thought you hid. That's probably the stupidest thing I can say, but let's go with it.
Does it land on deck, or is it just hovering nearby?
Yeah, it does.
So can I recognize the person?
It feels like your sister.
What? What? I'm just going outside. Jumping outside.
She says, Lux, is that you?
You are alive?
You're alive. I saw you die. You're supposed to be dead.
Nevertheless,
What should
it
happen?
is traditional to ask for permission to come aboard.
What he said.
Permission is given. Now, but how you
Very well.
caught or killed by the ruler of? Huh. So this water is, oh my god, it was more mighty than every entity.
She looks at you and she says, "You remember wrong. You are the one who was killed. What's happening here?"
Have you heard of the water that if it ripples, it's a giant? What was it called? I don't remember.
A ripple on these waters causes an earthquake in the outside world.
Yeah, that's what I say. Have you heard of that?
Very good. While M and Squidmore are playing cards and getting drunk, Lux is reuniting with her long lost sister, and
This time I'm as awesome.
She looks at you and says, yes, I think so. Why? What happened?
I didn't know that it was this water, and I kind of jumped into it.
May I examine you?
If you like.
I
I'm happy now. Everything's good. I thought you were dead, and I was actually looking for a way to bring you back.
She closely examines you, touches your skin. There's a thing with her hands, and some angelic magic flows out and touches. And she says, "There's something different about you. I think you're not my sister."
In my past, you developed a weapon that can seal away the power and represent it
Sorry.
for one, and I used that weapon. So actually, I'm not at my full strength, not even near my full strength at the moment. So maybe that's what you feel.
She shakes her head and she says, "No, that's not it. I can see that you're weak, but there's something else."
What is it?
Seems that you're from a different time stream.
That may be possible. Does that mean you are my sister, but you are not at the same time?
I think so. She looks very sad because she realizes that means that her sister is still dead.
That means my as well, or probably that.
I died.
Probably it's not that certain. The ruler, you didn't came back from the ruler, and yeah, it did not feel right, and you had suspicions that this might happen, so probably
What did I do?
you created this weapon, and henceforth, oh, you probably don't know it, do you? Well, I don't know if I should tell you because that might get you into trouble.
Please do. Please tell me.
See, you are probably, if you're the same like in our timeline, half demon and half angel.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the reason why you were killed in my timeline, probably.
Well, that's barbaric.
It is. It is.
Why would the ruler do such a thing?
It seems like he was afraid or something.
what can go wrong?
Well, it's not up to us to question the ruler. I'm glad it's not mine.
Okay.
Family reunions, am I right?
Well, as long as we tell them all our secrets.
So,
But Squidmon just kind of mumbles that to himself.
Well, I mean, you guys heard a lot about Cypher now.
After the the second or third drink out,
Sorry.
the newly arrived angelic being can say, "So, want to join our crew?"
I fear a more important duty lies ahead of me.
But there's treasure ahead.
She smiles and says, "You found yourself some good friends, Lux."
yeah. Anyway, but can you tell me about a bit about this world and what's happened so I can make some kind of comparison to the world I come from.
Well, she died. Fighting a demon.
Which one?
Let's see. No, that's horrible.
Yes, it is.
I'm just trying to generate a random name.
So not a big one.
Asphodel.
Perfect.
Cool. Okay.
Like that? Oh yeah.
Well, is it? It's a. But it was a demon. Oh, that's good.
Asphodel killed her.
Do I know that demon?
You know that it's one of the higher demons. Not quite Lucifer himself, but close.
Could I stand up to him in my timeline, in my form when I was not in a weakened state?
It would have definitely been tricky. Not a sure victory for sure, but not necessarily a loss either.
Okay, so I was not a weakling in this time, and this is good. It would be a shame I would be a weakling here. So anyway, there's a war up there. What happened?
I should be going back.
Okay, drop by if you got time.
Sure, if I survive.
Please do so.
I'll try.
And I'm not a big help in my current state. I'm sorry.
Well, you could always try giving her the
Oh, the RP.
No, you got a thing that pours liquid. That's supposed
The
to be good. The jug. That's the word. I just can't remember the word jug. The magical jug you got. You know, that might help him.
Wait.
That's
wait a second.
supposed to be used for fighting demons.
Can you maybe do anything with this? Get it out of my pocket.
Oh wow! I thought that was lost in ancient times. Yes, certainly. That will definitely help us. Help us a lot.
Give me a promise. Keep it. Don't give it to anyone else. And use it to survive.
Okay. I will share its water, but I'll keep the jug myself. Is that acceptable?
Yes.
Okay. She flies off and like yells from above. Thank you. I'll talk to you later.
I kind of. I'm a bit overflowed and just lay down.
Well, that's a new one.
It's like, what the hell is happening here? How could I be dead in this timeline? How is that even possible? Must be a cheap trick. Yeah, that's it.
And Squidmod just kind of grumbles inarticulately. If you listen closely, you can pick out the words family, booty, and and secrets.
I think somebody's not
Okay.
happy that you gave up your jug.
I'm a little tipsy, comes to you and puts her hand over your shoulder. Oh, you two are so sweet.
Okay. I try to process everything at the moment to kind of what is my goal now? What am I supposed to do now? Because I had a idea what I have to do before. Now it's all like strange and messed up, and you can do different definitions of situations and come to different conclusions. Yeah. So
I'm guessing we have
I'm
a few
doing a bit
hours.
photosynthesis.
Hmm?
And just stand there and do a bit photosynthesis.
I think we have a window of several hours where we don't have to kill anyone we see. Cypher's, thinking things over.
You should use
So
it.
we can use that.
Get stuff done.
We can totally invoke that.
Well, we'll see.
Oh. Good point. Good boys here.
Well, I mean, you can tell Squidmore not to kill stuff.
I guess.
Yeah.
You can't tell Cypher not to kill stuff.
What is the when we pass near Mossvale? What does the village look like?
There are a lot of those. There are a lot of those soldiers in outdated uniforms, and as soon as they see you and your pirate flag, they come.
Wait, we have a
running to
pirate
shore
flag
and
at the top of our ship?
you are using a pirate ship.
Yeah, but we can
The
just
flag of the original flag of the Hand of Lucifer is still there, unless you took it down. But I didn't hear any of you say that you took it down.
no. But
Oh well, against all flags.
I am brain AFK at the moment, so yeah.
Like, people, look, they're boos. Oh, they're shooting arrows at them. Oh, I wonder if they'll hit me.
Did we take the footless guy?
You did.
We did?
I think you did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, make him just go at the edge of the ship and just yell at them to stop.
But they'll hang me.
Well,
We will
You
hang
might as
you.
well kill me right now.
are you sure you're saying that?
Look, lady, I have no better chance with them than I have with you. The punishment for treason is hanging.
Well, they won't
I'll be right back.
get
I
you.
wash my fingers, then I can roll again. No.
Sure.
Do we just
Yeah, whatever he tells them, I don't think he'll be very convincing.
Well, we can just go and run for it, as we usually do. Either that or kill people again.
Well, will that work very well with Cypher being dazed?
Exactly.
Because I'd totally compel that.
Because you're evil.
That's who I am. Heart and soul.
Well, if they're so foolish as to give chase, I think they will learn that things have changed a bit in the last few hundred years. pats one of the cannons. Perhaps we should make ready.
Perhaps what?
We should make ready.
Okay.
So nudge, nudge. If you want to like prep the cannons.
Yeah, I'll totally. Will I again investigate? Or
I guess, or craft if you want to do some improvement.
well, I'll first let Squidman know which one is the best one, to do his first shot, to prepare the cannon for shooting and use it first, and then probably try to make a few improvements on another one or another ones, and fail miserably.
So you point out the best cannon and the best cannonballs and the best gunpowder to Squidmaw, so that he can, someone in the stomach again. In the meantime, a storm of arrows flies down on the ship. A lot of them miss and hit the water, but a few do land on deck. Are you still having your crew members tied up there?
Wait, why should they be tied
no,
up?
we untied them. I mean,
Just them and then release them to do their jobs.
Yeah.
Okay. So since you're sailing, I presume that some of them will be manning the sails. I guess the guy that you guys killed and revived would probably be below decks, trying to recover. Emma's below decks. Are you below decks, Squidmaw? Are you steering?
I'm steering.
How about you, Cypher? Are you still lying there?
I probably. Also, I thought I was lying below decks anyway, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm still okay. Otherwise, that guy who asked himself if he should help us or not would help us. I would make sure.
So Squidmaw, I guess the cook would have no reason to be above decks. Squidmaw, the carpenter, would probably be in the sails somewhere.
He needs to
The
pick.
cook might be as well. Yeah, I guess the cook would be helping with the sails. So Squidmaw, and two of your helpers should try to avoid being shot by arrows.
That would be good. Looks like that might be a little tricky. Although it's split 3 ways?
Yeah, it splits 3 ways. So, you can take the riskiest one yourself, and or like divert it to somebody else. I don't mind whoever takes it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take it myself.
Okay.
You missed that. RJ. Oh wow. Oh wow.
Well, the cook's fine.
It's certainly fine. I'm stealing all his good rolls right now.
Yeah.
And the other guy is where I need to move those guys somewhere so that I can see that they're your crew. This one and this one.
Oh, physical stress heals at the end of the scene?
Yeah.
Okay. Fresh.
Stress in general. That wasn't the cook, but that was the other guy. So, your carpenter didn't get hit, but he's like fleeing below decks, which makes navigating for you even harder. Are you going to try and outrun the arrows? And
Oh, and so I do take one
One
shift.
shift.
Okay.
Then try navigating with only one person helping you, which would be a great would require a great success.
All right. Yeah, I'll just try to outrun them. There's just the one ship.
There's
Or-
no ship.
or-
They're standing on shore, like shooting arrows at you.
Okay. Yeah, there's no reason to stick around for that.
Well, I'll if I can do something, I would go up there and try to barricade a bit the side where the arrows come from, so Squidmaw can steer easier, and not get hit by a bunch of arrows.
I think
Second volley or something like that.
I guess yeah, sure, go ahead.
Actually, when you get above decks, I think Squidmaw is gonna play against type since he's like steering currently and just kind of riled and when you go to just like repair stuff, he's like, no, trim the mainsail.
What?
He's telling you to trim the mainsail.
Well, I can try, but well.
Go ahead and
Why
try.
did we disappear again?
I don't know, but
Why
let's.
did everyone disappear again?
Well, I can hear you guys, so that but yeah, the video is pick up back to a pattern, but that's okay. It'll come back, I'm sure. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and yeah,
Wow.
not a problem.
No, not a problem at all. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Primitive landlubbers, really.
You know what you do? You just like there's this ship of theirs that they're trying to prepare to make chase, and you just like gently bump the hand into it. You're gone again, and the little boat just crumbles.
Excellent.
And that with an undermanned ship. I guess you really are. You really have this legacy of a great captain in you somewhere.
Somewhere, yes.
So you make
And you can sail that other one to Davy Jones' locker.
I'm sure he'll be grateful for all the visitors. So you made it to open sea. You guys are now, and then I need to find a way to move you again. There we go. You're now here. And you oh, I'm at the wrong map, aren't I? No, I am. Proper. There we go. Here is the area that M's map points to.
Ah, okay.
Let's go there.
Yeah, we'll head straight for it.
Okay. As you let me see what happens. Don't take whatever this roll comes out to literally, because I'm obviously going to adjust it to the situation. I'm going to roll on a random table. What?
That's kind of cool.
Okay.
That was expected. Was that like 0.5%?
I'm not sure. Hold on, look the other way. I want to see what the chances was that this happened.
Ooh, excuse me.
That was like a 1% chance.
Nice.
Okay, then.
And
this...
you know, that was presuming that the hand of Lucifer wasn't in your possession. But no, yeah, you see a very familiar ship come your way.
What's the crew on it? Do you recognize anyone?
Sure, you recognize someone.
Widma, it's time to shoot again. I'm getting rid of this man.
I'm.
I don't think we have trouble with that man in this timeline, but hey, I'm not there, so I won't tell you. So
I don't know that I'm actually seeing what I think I'm seeing.
I love
what?
random tables.
2 hand of Lucifers? Oh, wait. Hand of Lucifers, 2 hands. It makes sense, to be honest.
The question is, which is the left and which is the right hand?
Should we hail them or
Well, if you do, I don't plan on staying on deck for now.
very well?
I guess I owe them, or they owe me, or well, I owe them material stuff, and they owe me revenge. So, I'm not into the whole payback thing. So, I'll steer clear of them if you want to not shoot them.
Very well. We'll keep our distance.
As you try to stare away, they try to stare closer because they're very curious what their ship is doing over there. A man with a big pirate hat steps onto deck and he shouts at you. Are you trying to copy us?
I was asking if they want to sue us for copyright or something like that.
They might.
I'll call back. Not trying. Unfortunately, succeeding.
I think something went wrong with my roll 20 again.
There we go.
Yeah, it's hiccuping. Oh, all the way around. Okay, so I'm gonna refresh.
Okay.
Hopefully, will do the trick or help. Okay. So. Just need one more. Are you guys still there?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, good.
To refresh. So, what were you doing?
Oh, I just called back saying, no, not trying, but unfortunately succeeding in copying them.
What are you succeeding at? Oh, copying. Is that an insult? You should really buy with what you can tell me. What M stands for.
Oh, well, maybe it's just that.
Only after a fashion. I'm sure you're no more miserable than we are.
So he starts shouting or shouting like he starts shouting some orders. It's a bit soft for you. If you want, you can try and hear it.
Sure. Yeah, I'd like to know what they're planning. Let's notice.
Yeah. Just tell me what you've got, like, because I don't have working Roll20 right now. You can roll physical dice or look them up on the internet if you don't, or whatever.
So I got. I do a fair job of listening.
Okay.
Do you need me to roll for them or anything?
No, he's not particularly trying to hide him. He's yelling, prepare the cannons.
I was just going to ask if he looks younger or older than I remember him, but
he looks though like when you stole the ship, the Hand of Lucifer. So he looks as old as you last left him.
These guys didn't even ask for the captain.
They didn't.
How rude.
They asked for the captain.
I did it?
Yes, they do now.
Yeah, do I hear that, or does anybody come to me, or is it even official who is the captain, or should we now play out that?
Can we speak to your captain? I'd like to speak to your captain. The guy yells to you, I guess, Squidmaw, since you're on deck.
I
have a suggestion. We don't have an official captain because nobody said who's the captain yet. So maybe we could just make this a scene who is now the captain or something like that.
We can say that Red Tom Herring is the captain. Always on deck.
Well, I believe that when we made the game, Cypher officially signed up as captain, but you guys didn't decide on that in game yet, so you can quickly talk about that right now. Who's your captain? So this guy shouts for your captain. What do you do?
I guess we should all, if in game we haven't still decided, we should all go up there, something, and then maybe something happens and Cypher stands out or whatever.
Yeah, or you point to somebody, but you decide that this is that at some point you should appoint a captain because you realize that hey, you don't have one yet.
Oh, it's just so loud that I go outside. What is wrong? Why are you guys shouting so loud? That's one possibility as well.
Well, it seems we've run into ourselves.
What is it? I shout to the other side. Why are you?
We demand instant surrender from all of you, or you will feel the wrath of our explosives expert.
I make literally that face. Guys, really, I'm normally I'm totally in for that, but guys, I'm not in the mood right now. So if you don't wanna regret it, just please, just go on ahead and leave us be.
Okay, try and convince him with your report.
I don't even try really to convince him. I just say that so half-assed.
Oh yeah, of course, but then whether you succeed at being half-assed.
Okay, I don't have that report, so.
So that's why you wanted to be captain, right? Didn't have a report.
I have provoke.
Yeah, but that doesn't sound like you're trying to provoke him right now. Why is this like? Are your roll 20s working? Is it just ours that's down?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you should like
Yeah,
close the
close it
Twitch
and,
chat or something.
Twitch chat.
It does take a lot of resources on my computer.
Twitch chat. The stream, sure. But
Oh right.
I don't know. Why is it always when we are?
Twitch chat is like the pinnacle of human culture.
I don't know. Like just close a bunch of things.
Sure. I mean, go ahead and.
By the way, I have the 2.
Okay. Can you actually no, I'll use this app thingy to roll.
Oh. Well.
Okay. So he says and what would make would make you think that I'd do what you want just because you felt like it?
Who is your explosive master?
We sail with M.
So do we.
We
I'll
do
come
as
out
well.
and say aye.
Well, where do I see M? On the other side?
No, he yelled for M, but he you don't see her right now.
I go over to our M and speak very quietly. Do you mind if the you from this timeline died?
Don't kill me.
I don't kill you. I just kill
Don't
the
kill
other.
me.
I would just kill the other. Share with her.
Just screw up the captain.
You don't have to share with her then. You know?
What?
Who could be a greater obstacle to you than you?
She's not going to be the greatest obstacle. She's going to be the greatest help.
But then you have to share
With myself.
the treasure.
No, I don't. She will continue
know,
doing whatever she's doing, and I'll continue doing whatever I'm doing.
He's saying that M's going to get our problem. So if I just blow up M, then they will just let us go. So I'm just looking for the easiest way.
Don't kill me.
Oh, God, you're boring. Okay, I go up again. All right. So you don't want to consider our friendly offer anymore?
So on the other deck, you see the other captain discussing like frantically with the crew, and then they yell something down, and another M comes up from the bottom of the other hand of Lucifer.
Wait, is this some kind of Metroid? Other M?
Yeah, there's one M on your ship, and there's an M on the other ship.
There's a video game Metroid Other M that I was joking. Never mind.
I don't know it.
I played it back in the day.
We got an M as well, so it would be a horrible tragedy if one M has to fight the other. So yeah, I show our M.
So like you see like this captain like talking to the other M furiously, and like pointing to this our M, and then she comes to the edge of the other ship and yells something. What would your alter ego yell to you when she figured out that there was two of her?
I imagine
Don't kill
it's-
me.
I imagined it's something like them looking at each other and simultaneously jumping in the water to see what's up.
Okay, so they simultaneously jump into the water, and you see Captain Tiga of the Hand of Lucifer, of the other Hand of Lucifer, like run to the edge of the ship and like, what are you doing?
Huh?
You two meet each other. What do you do?
Well, I'm going to ask her basically what her plan is, and from that I want to see what time she's I guess, or what time in my past she's right now, or something. Basically, I want to find out if she's about to blow up the ship and run away. So if she is,
So
I'm going to help her.
if you remember correctly from your past, the ship that you blew up wasn't called the Hand of Lucifer.
Oh, right. I'm stupid.
Don't worry, it happens to the best of us.
I said to Squidma, man, the situation is awkward. Good thing I'm not going to have it because the me died in this world. I'm so lucky. And that means I am better than me.
I suppose. I would be saddened to see my own doppelganger.
No, I didn't actually intend for you guys to meet your doppelgangers. Like the random tables kind of made that happen.
Mm-hmm.
The fun thing is, if the two Squidmas meet and both are cursed, then they get each other on a new plateau of being depressed. It's going
Yeah, they can just
to be
like
awesome.
sit around a fire together, like telling depressing stories, both becoming more depressed, and
Woe is us!
And, in the meantime, like the wrath of the gods rains down on them because there's two squid maws. Life is bad.
I'll tell M to convince them that it's not worth fighting us, since apparently this other M has learned some new tricks, and to convince them we're going to set up a few small explosives around their own ship to make her word sound more convincing when they blow up and.
You're trying to convince your alter ego to sink her ship?
No, it would be something that would, damage a little bit the ship, but not sink it. So they can get on their way and they can leave us alone. So, because neither M wants to kill the other M, so that's a way of them both going their own ways.
What's in this for me?
You continue pillaging with your own crew. And believe me, there are many interesting stuff ahead.
You know what? Why don't you tell me a little bit about this world, where it's more interesting treasures might lie?
Well, let me see what I can find out or remember or throw here.
Yeah, do that.
Now it is 3 treasures. I should have a good amount of knowledge about something.
Well, you could point her to the collapsed mountain. There's some cursed treasure under there.
Would I do that to myself?
But you could warn her that it's cursed, so that she would let
Just
someone else.
will carry it. Yeah, I would do exactly that.
Okay. She says, "Fair enough. I'll create a smoke bomb and then we'll part ways."
Sounds good.
You're not good for your word, though. then yeah, we're coming back for you.
Believe me, I know. But no, I'll show her the pin that I got from the trader. Which you should totally. I forget the word again.
Yeah, I should. I can't think of a good thing right now, but I totally should.
Just in general.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely forgot to compel Squidmaw as well.
Yeah.
To be like depressed or randomly happy or, silly. What would a silly Squidmaw be like?
What is silly Squidmaw be like?
Squidmaw, you feel very silly.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm gonna find out.
I just wanted to try it out, I'm testing Squidmaw.
Well, if we're
trying to get Roll20 back, by the way, but it's like just stuck on the loading screen, and like no matter how much we refresh or close other stuff, it just keeps.
Well, it seems we got off on the wrong foot, but perhaps we should negotiate over a bit of grog in person. I remember a time when, and this was long ago, when I ran into, well, not myself, but another pirate at sea, and we both had scraps of a map, and in comparing, we found quite the booty. Not the in comparing the maps, we found that they matched and together they pointed the way to quite the booty, as I mentioned, and this was a bit before the change, you see. So it was rather enjoyable booty. It was not exactly what you'd think. More of the warm and pleasant type than cold gold, if you know what I mean.
Okay, so go and try rapport with this guy.
Oh no! that was exactly what I was doing, isn't it? That's going to be a disaster.
So, how did you do?
Oh yeah, sorry. It was average.
Okay. Well, I don't know what this guy's stats are since Roll20 is not working.
Can't you help?
But he rolled terrible, so I'm pretty sure that you convinced him to drink grog with you.
Okay.
Certainly, we should sort this out, and like he prepares a little boat to come over.
Oh, look, it's your dinghy.
Escalating so much.
I'll spare you the suffering and not show you my own dinghy. Rather fond of that word.
So, if you let him, he'll climb aboard with his second in command following.
And for once, that's exactly as dirty as it sounds.
Wow. I didn't
And-
think he came here for that. I think he
Yes.
came here for grog.
Yes. So I'll slap him on the back and welcome aboard the Hand of Lucifer, and from the Hand of Lucifer.
He notices that two of his former crewmen are on the ship, and he asks you, how did or actually three of his crew members are here. He asks you, how did this happen? Am I not their captain?
But you're not. Who's captain? Ours?
The captain of M and
Oh, his version of Teague.
yeah, like you guys like stole two of his crew members and kicked him off the ship. Remember?
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
And like disarmed like another one. And then he also thinks M is his crew member. So as far as he knows, like 3 members are on the crew, but he's not. And he's wondering why that happened.
Oh well. I think that your version was
Was
bit
not
too-
here in our timeline. We didn't we haven't met you.
yeah. I suspect that your version was a bit too successful to be slumming with the likes of us.
I suppress laughing.
Like I don't understand what you mean, Squidmore, as a me, like game master.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to suggest that our version of Teague what it was too successful to be a pirate. He retired to something better.
Okay. Did I find a treasure hoard?
Something like, I suspect. I believe that the title that was being thrown about was governor.
Okay, deceive this guy. You're
Okay.
definitely trying to lie to him. And of course, I will roll again and see.
And yeah, hopefully there's a bonus for it being something that he wants to hear.
Sure.
Hope there's a big bonus for it being something that he wants to hear. So I got a mediocre result.
Can I create an advantage for him?
Surely you can certainly try. What do you do?
Yeah, I started the lying, so I don't think I exactly don't have to do anything. I helped him setting it up from the beginning, so.
Well,
Yeah.
you should definitely roll, and you should probably do something, like say something like, yeah, he's right, or whatever. Or you've got a nice big house, or something like that.
It is certainly that your fate was magnificent. I rolled a 1, by the way.
Okay, that is not enough to help, and he got a mediocre as well, Squidmore. So as things stand, you can succeed at a cost, or do something else to try and succeed, or fail.
Let's go with succeed at a cost. That sounds interesting.
Okay. Let's see. He wants to see proof. So what do you have on your person that is valuable?
Oh well, I've got a purse
And
with. No, I've got a purse with some gold coins.
Well, you could show that to him, and offer it to him as a gift since it came from him or something like that. Like you could use that to, bribe him a little.
but we
Make
bought
him happy.
we bought this ship from you because you retired. This is proof enough, I guess.
Hmm.
You also, by the way, have some cursed treasure on you. I don't want to make any.
Oh yeah, the cursed. Yeah, I'll give him some of the cursed treasure for sure.
You're so nice.
You're welcome to take you can either give him the cursed treasure and lose it, which means you lose the chance of selling it, and that's okay. Or if you want to escalate things, then you can give him the cursed treasure, take a fate point, and have him realize that it's cursed.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll start to offer him the cursed treasure, and
Like he
and,
would grab it, but then like you guys, he'd feel that there's some kind of a curse once he's cursed.
yes, and he may realize just by a gleam in my dead eye that that there's something wrong. That the curse of the red dim tide is upon me, and that only horrible things can happen from associating.
So he notices the glint, but just like a moment too late. Like he touches the treasure, then he notices the glint, and then he feels like this, evil creep into him. And like he immediately drops it and says, "What did you do to me?" And then his face melts.
His face melts,
Wow.
like Indiana Jones style.
I don't know Indiana Jones style, but like his.
Well, the Nazis at the end where they get the ark and it opens and their faces melt.
Like I'm not sure, but he can still talk with it. But like half of his face is hanging down.
Oh.
Like going to the dentist and having like your face numb, but
Okay.
worse.
What do
Well.
you mean? You look better than ever.
Yeah. Couldn't have been worse, I tell ya.
So I totally do not know by heart what his second in command is called that he took with him, but he orders his second in command to shoot you guys.
He is
This
on
is really
deck
inconvenient
here.
because I can't do anything. Roll 20.
He is on our deck, the second in command.
Yeah, he came with his second in command.
All right.
He tries to threaten us with someone on our ship.
Yes.
This is precious. We are going to have the Grand Hand of Lucifer fleet at the end of this day.
Well, I guess we'll have to decide which one is the right and which is the left.
This is not somebody who's part of your crew, it's somebody who's part of his crew, but like they are both on your ship.
Yeah, I know, but still. So he's probably taking his pistol and trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I
Certainly.
use my laser.
Okay.
Reverse time.
Go ahead.
I used the boosted version. Eight.
Oh, actually, that fate point.
You could start building yourself a fleet of like the same ships.
Okay. How often do we have to revisit then the waters then?
Not sure. But,
Like
you know,
every time the timeline gets darker, everything gets
Probably.
darker, but we get more ships.
yes,
Worth it.
totally.
No, I rolled an 8.
What the fuck?
Legendary.
Yeah, it's high will
uh,
plus.
yeah. I'm trying to think of a way that his second in command could survive that.
I just shoot through his hand that uses the pistol and say, "Don't do anything stupid."
So why do you have such ridiculous like lasers?
We can tune it down a bit.
I might have to if you guys keep fighting so much, but like that's outside of the point. What are you doing?
I'm trying to restart Chrome.
Maybe he has a bit shiny armor on his hand, on his body that reflects some of the light or something like
Are
that.
the angelic and demonic beings still flying around?
Yeah. The angels and demons are in the sky fighting each other. So you like throw some lasers at him and he's heavily wounded. Are you still in the water with your outer ego?
I suppose.
So you guys see that a fight breaks out on your ship. Would one of you guys roll a 40F plus 3?
Roll to so.
And let
Okay.
me know what the result is. You don't have to open it.
Plus
I wanna
3?
see if it works.
3.
Okay, so the guy shoots you or tries to shoot you as well as Cycle.
Oh, okay. So he does not drop his weapon. This guy's pretty impressive. Then I'll try to do my thing with the swords, and if I have the chance to draw my weapon fast enough. Otherwise, I
think you were using your laser,
yeah.
not your weapon, so I think you'd probably be using your hands for that.
Yeah, how I imagine it, it is not a problem to use it, but I would not have drawn the weapon before anyway, because before everything was peacefully, so no need to provoke anything. So probably just have to jump out of the way in hope to not get shot.
That sounds like a good idea, not getting shot.
For
Okay, you dodged a bullet. You're just like, I don't care about these bullets. You step aside and it just flies by where you were standing a second ago.
So I guess I'm gonna try and grab Teague, saying, "Well, I guess you've made this easy. I wasn't going to betray the flag of truce, but here we are."
So, how loyal would the other M be to her captain?
Depends what's in it for her, I guess. You asked the question. An idea I have is to maybe they will join the scene, and on the condition that M gets the captain spot, he would survive. The other M, I mean. would from the captain in the other hand. You know?
She wants to become captain of the hand, and then she would choose your side, or what?
No. And then and then Squidma won't kill the captain.
Okay, so she would try to negotiate a truce.
Yeah.
Yeah, how good are you at negotiating truce? You know that?
Mediocre.
Somebody roll a 4DF for me. Actually, we can do that ourselves. Squinwall. The other M is trying to convince you, and she does an average job, by the way, of letting this Captain T guy go, and she'll take control of the hand and make sure that he can't, the other hand then, of course, and make sure that he can't create any trouble for you anymore.
I have another offer.
Okay.
You take care as the captain of the other ship and become the next ship of the Hand of Lucifer fleet. And we would share all the treasure we find with you, as well as the other way around. How does that sound?
Yeah, she thinks about it for a moment, and she says, we keep our own treasure, but we share treasure maps.
Then we will keep our own treasure as well.
Naturally.
And we will help each other out if something happens. We are under
that will depend on how reliable you will appear to be in the future.
Fair enough, but we both.
We share. I'll fly under your flag. We'll share treasure maps, and then whoever gets the treasure first gets to keep it. And as for helping each other, that is something that can be negotiated about in the future, depending on how good you make our flag look.
I think this is the best we can talk about in this situation, because it's a bit stressed out at the moment with all the former captains and first mates on board here. But Captain M of the second Hand of Lucifer, may I say, I think we might have a deal for now.
Most certainly.
But you have to show us that you're not just lying and trying to get your captain out of here. That means...
I wouldn't lie if there's any treasure in it for me.
Wait.
Are you accusing me of lying?
I think it would be in our both interests if your former captain would stay with us.
Would she care what happened to her former captain?
Well, if he's useful, you should want him with her. And I bet he is, since he's been captain of the hand for a long time.
He might also be a problem if, like.
It would definitely be a problem.
I think he would be more a problem than anything else.
I guess. I don't know.
He wasn't a very nice man.
Well, sure. Well, do whatever you want with him then.
So yeah, she would shrug and be like, "Hey, I don't mind. You can keep him. I'll take care of the ship."
Okay. Do you want to take this guy? I point out the guy that I wounded. Do you need this guy, or do you think he will get a problem?
I'll take him.
Good. Then get him out of here. He tried to shoot at his boss.
So,
That won't happen again, am I right?
I think looking at him, he'll have enough regret.
Okay. Then
She drags him out of there and goes back to the other ship in the rowing boat. Doesn't even swim.
Because she's the captain now. She has to
And
move the part.
Yeah, she has to get the other guy back to the ship. The water.
She can drag him with a rope.
Because that works. We've seen.
Not be very beneficial to his wounds.
True.
And being dragged, probably not either. And like, I think that having a right hand on the ship is something useful, especially one that owes you his life.
it might be a problem if he's loyal to his former captain, but
Well, I bet that if the captain was not nice to his crew, I bet made the right connections there to help her maintain her position as captain, as long as she benefits the people helping her. So I think she'll be fine, even if this guy decides to create trouble.
You don't know this Captain Tiga, of course, but the Captain Tiga that you knew wasn't very loved by his crew.
Exactly.
So yeah, basically what you said.
Yeah.
Let's take a 5-minute break.
Alrighty.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep. Please stick around. We'll be back soon.